off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Newton. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A solid stiff arm. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
On 1st down, Darby will fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Newton. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And now the rookie's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Tucker McCann now for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes it.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen. Look some things here and how they're going.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-zip. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And Monty Rice there on the tackle. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Newton. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 1st and 10, Newton. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Only needing 2 yards on second down. A man who played his college ball here in the Volunteer State of Memphis, Antonio Gibson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Throwing is Newton. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. From the red zone now, Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
From what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's Harris to return it. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Newton. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Amani Hooker. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use... the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 36. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Throwing on second and long. Newton. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Christian Fulton.
And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it, and that's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about
Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener that makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. They'll run on first down. Darby. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Newton. Flush to his right. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Newton to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They begin with Henry. Pushes him over. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 119 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Mike Vrabel saw him on the sideline. He didn't even hesitate. They will go for it on 4th. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They go play action here on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, as the first half is winding down. And the Titans would extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more. They got it done.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy,
but it'll be second down. A final shot before the break. Newton.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And this one is incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Henry again on second down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
135 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Zach Ertz, his first touchdown of the new season. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead.
McCann's got it teed up.
Here's Harris to return it.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts gain a bit of respectability.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Runs over it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
140 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Henry. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and 14. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And I think the ball's out, and the Colts pick it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, Darby. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Switch up. 29 is
Newton. Forced out to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Newton. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken in at the 3. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 3.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
45, 45. Come up the ball. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike. Check back. 45.
On play action, they'll throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Let's get up. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 30-yard line.
Tighten up. Back to 60.
Go. Check three.
Back to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A first down carry for Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 141 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Go.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Tight dog. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. 69. Check back. Go.
Looking to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open, here is Jones. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open left side is Brown. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.